Good morning. I'm so delighted. I love this thing. I love it. So I'm going to answer questions. I get questions all the time. One question I got yesterday while swimming was, do the geese only scream because it's the dawn in the morning? They actually scream all the time. They scream in the middle of the night. They scream all day, just all day long. But they do come up, and you can't quite see them, but they are there just behind the studio. Oh, you can see them a little bit. And they come up at this time in the morning just as the dawn is happening. And they scooch around and eat the grass behind me. So great, come into your child's pose. Come resting down. Come land into your child's pose. And again, just find your way of child's posing. Just feeling into the sense of how do you land, how do you settle, how do you soften, how do you meet all of this right now? The back of the body, the front of the belly, the deep of your hips, your neck. You're just deepening your breath into your belly and feel how as you do so, it has to move into the back of the body. Nice. Bring your hands forward and come into your cat pose. Round your back and tuck your chin under, looking towards your navel. And then lifting your chest and looking forward. For me, always the first time I do this movement in the morning, my spine is groany and slow, and it's just this wonderful sense of how do I juicy up, how do I warm up into my spine, how do I create a sense of connected, mobile, well spine. Nice. Look over your right shoulder, looking back towards your right foot. And then look over your left shoulder, looking back towards the left foot. And there's no exact shape that you should be doing. It's more you're tracking the sensations of your movement. So this shape will look really different in each of us because we all have a different spine. We all have a different time in the day that we're meeting this spine, a time in our lives. We're so varied, it's amazing. So just listen. Listen as you rock from side to side and warm into the side body. Nice. Cool. From here, bring your hands one handprint forward from where they are. Nice. And then round your back and rock forward and backwards. And stay rounded. So bring the weight into your hands. I'm not banana backing here. I'm just bringing the weight over my hands, but my belly is really strong. And then rock your bum back. So rock forward and backwards and lean very gently into your hips. But again, it's a shape, it's a feeling, it's a sense of your body this morning. We're oiling our spine, we're connecting movement, rocking forward and rocking back. So slow the movement down a little bit. Rocking back, rocking forward. Rocking back and rocking forward. How wonderful. Bring your hands back until they're underneath your shoulders. Bring your foot so it's halfway between where your right hand is and your right knee was. You can help it with your hand. And then just rock gently forward and backwards. So this will really move deeply into your hip, into the lower back. So go as slow and as small as you need to for your body, or go as big and maybe not fast, but really listen. So this is on some level, it's a one-legged squat. We're squatting into this right leg. Nice. Change legs. Bring your left foot forward, halfway between your left hand and where your left knee was. And then rock gently forward and backwards. So the other question or comment that I got was that it's amazing how often when we think of, oh, I need to get strong and dynamic in my life, we start doing all these big things and we get hurt and it's unsustainable. Whereas somehow this practice, rocking forward and backwards, bring both knees together and then just sit your bum back into a child's pose. Somehow this slow, steady practice of 20 minutes in the morning has really cultivated or created a foundation of wellness in my spine, in the spines of other people. And it's transformational, actually. The foundation of consistency, resource, connection. Truly, a little bit goes an awful long way. Nice. Coming all the way up. Come lie on your back with your knees bent. Your feet are flat on the floor. Bring your arms out to the side so your arms are wide, and sway your knees from side to side. So first few times you do it, it might be a small movement. Always listening, we're wakening up, we're listening in, we're diving deep into how do we really soften, deepen, and cultivate movement in our bodies. Some of you do this first thing in the morning. Some of you do it last thing at night. Really, it's all the same. The body in the evening sometimes can be a bit softer, a bit more juicy because you've had a day of movement. The body in the morning can be a little bit tighter, a little bit more asleep. Both have incredible benefits. Nice. From here, squeeze your right knee up onto your chest, hug it in. Nice. And then stretch your right leg long until it floats just above the floor. Bend your right knee, hug it in. And stretch your right leg long until it floats just above the floor. Nice. Bend your right knee, bring your foot to the floor, squeeze the left knee in. Stretch it out, floats just above the floor. Bend your left knee, draw it in. And stretch it out until it floats just above the floor. Nice. Bend your knee, bring your foot to the floor. So this time squeeze both knees towards you. And as you squeeze your knees towards you, lift your head and tuck your forehead up towards your knees. And then drop your head down and let your toes tap the floor lightly. Draw your knees towards you, tuck your chin in and lift your head. So tucking of your chin is really important. Drop your head down and let your toes tap the floor. And again, draw your knees up towards you, tuck your chin in, draw your forehead to your knees. Drop your head down and let your toes land on the floor. Let your feet land. And then rolling up along your spine. As you travel up, as you roll steadily down, listen. Hearing, connecting, really traveling into the deep of you and honoring all that there is right now. It's not about pushing through sensations, it's about including sensations. Nice. One more time, rising up and staying up. Find that distance where your feet are flat on the floor, your knees are slightly moving together, your bum is squeezing. There's a sense of strength into your heels. Shoulders are broad, neck is feeling really comfortable. Nice. Lower your bum halfway down and then just sway gently. And as you sway, naturally your body will tell you the distance you can go to. So hear it. Go, oh yeah, there's my limit. There's my boundary of this movement. As you sway your knees from side to side, as we meet the sides of our legs, the sides of your hips, the sides of your knees, sides of your ankles and your feet. Nice. Drop your bum to the floor and just squeeze both knees towards you. Push your elbows into the floor and roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. Nice. And then roll in the other direction. Rolling, hearing, connecting. Super. So bring both knees so they're straight up out of your hips and your calves are parallel to the floor. So it's called tabletop. And then slowly, arms are long beside you, push your elbows into the floor or push your fingertips into the floor. Lower your right foot down. Oh, actually, first off, flatten your lower back down and feel like you're really drawing backwards into the floor. Already you'll feel that your abdominal muscles have engaged a little bit more. Lower your right foot down, toes, knees are bent, tap the floor, come back up. And then lower the left foot down, knees bent, tap the floor. You can stay with your knee bent or you can begin to extend out into that right leg. Keep your lower back on the floor, come back up. And then either keep your left knee bent or stretch out into the left leg and come back up. So do that a few more times, stretching out into one leg, keeping the torso still, keeping the lower back on the floor. Your chin is tucked in. You're really connecting to the length of your spine. Feel like your legs aren't by themselves. They have a whole body to support them. So your face will be working in a different way as you do this. Your arms, your chest, your throat. Just feeling that. How does this effort, this movement travel through the whole of your body? And how do you make the movement healthy for you? Nice. Pausing there. Super. So lower the right foot down till your toe is either touching the floor or until your heel is floating just above the floor. And then let your right leg travel a bit towards the left. So it kind of tucks in under, and then let your leg travel a bit towards the right. So you're kind of sweeping. If your knee is bent, you're just sweeping your knee from one side to the other. If your leg is straight, then you're sweeping your leg from one side to the other. And you're just noticing, how do I stay steady, keep my lower back on the floor, and allow my right leg to sweep from one side to the other side. Nice. Bend your knee, come all the way back up. Last one. Lower the left foot down till your toes are touching the floor lightly or until your heel is floating just above the floor. And then sweep your left leg over towards the right and then over towards the left. So what we're doing is we're just trying to stabilize through using the body weight to kind of destabilize. Nice. So just slide your foot or glide your foot from side to side. And really staying still through the torso and feeling, how does this leg travel from side to side? Nice. Bend your knees, drop both feet to the floor. Take a moment. Nice. And then just drop your knees from side to side. Dropping one way, dropping the other way. Dropping one way, and dropping the other. That's super cool. So roll over onto your side and come up into a cat position. So I'm going to go where I'm facing you. You can, you'll see the movement better. So hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Super. And then stretch the right leg long behind you. So my leg is long behind me and my leg is straight out behind me. Nice. And then bend your right knee and draw your right knee to the outside of your right shoulder, right elbow, so it's wide to the side. And then stretch your right leg straight back behind you. And then hop your right leg over towards the left. So my foot is over here towards the left. And then look over your left shoulder to look back in the direction of your right foot. So side body. Hop your right foot back to center, your leg is straight. And then bend your right knee and draw your right knee up towards your right shoulder. And then stretch your right leg long and hop it all the way over to the outside, over towards the left. And you're looking with your eyes and your head over towards the left as well. Nice. Draw your right knee up towards your right shoulder. Feel the squeeze of the abdominal muscles. And then straighten out through the right leg and hop it over, looking over the left shoulder. Nice. Bring both knees to the floor. Other side. Lift the left knee off the floor. Draw the left knee up towards the left elbow, left shoulder. Stretch the left leg long, toes on the floor. Hop your leg over to the outside of the right side, and you're looking over your right shoulder to see the left foot over there. You're going, oh look, there's my left foot. Feel into your body. Notice the side body as you do this. Nice. Draw your knee up towards the left shoulder. And then stretch your leg long. Glide it over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. One more time. Draw your knee up towards your shoulder. And then glide it all the way around the corner. Looking over your right shoulder. Looking back towards the left foot. Nice. Bring both knees to the floor. Come sit on the floor with your legs out in front of you. Nice. And then just roll into your wrists. And roll into your ankles. And then roll in the other direction. Rolling, feeling, connecting. Open all your fingers. Open all your toes. Squeeze them. Open all your fingers, open all your toes, squeeze them. One more time. Open your fingers, open your toes, squeeze them. Bring both feet up so that they're wide as your mat, and your elbows are resting around your knees. I think back was the second day we did this, day 2 exhale. So take your left foot and tuck it onto the side and let the left knee drop down. So I'm sitting up tall, my left knee is dropping it down, my left foot is over towards the right foot. Bring the left hand to the floor and then reach your right hand forward. This is, I'm reaching for a sandwich at the picnic. Nice. And then draw that right elbow back and pull it back, and then bring your right hand behind you. Hold on to your right knee with your left hand and look over your shoulder. Nice. Again, left hand to the floor, reach your right hand forward, drop your head down. Nice. Coming back, pull the right elbow back, bring your hand to the floor behind you, twisting towards the right, really sitting up tall, find the length through your spine, breathing into your belly. Nice, and come back to center. Other side, both feet are wide. Tuck your right foot in until your right foot is on its side, your right knee is falling down, and you're sitting up tall. Bring your right hand to the floor, and then reach the left hand forward. I had a bit of a revelation. It's this, it's like, how many times do you need to learn something? It's quite amazing. So draw your left elbow back and bring your left hand behind you. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand. It's this realization that I've been waiting for something to tell me to go to bed. And so the last few nights I've been going to bed later than I wanted to, but I was kind of waiting for something. And then I realized, I just go to bed. It sounds so simple, but it's like, yeah, there's a resistance to going to bed early in case I've missed something, or I don't know what it is. So bring your right hand to the floor, stretch your left arm long. So really, that revelation of, I can just go. Things can be unfinished. I can be half done in loads of different things. The jobs might not be done, but I can just go to bed. It's very relieving. And again, last time, draw your left elbow back and twist. So where in your life are you looking for some kind of external reference when you can just tell yourself, now is the time? For me, at the moment, it's bed. And so sitting up tall, widen your chest, really get longer, get bigger. And then coming back to center, bring both feet to the floor and just rock both knees to the right, sitting up really tall. Come back to center. And then rock both knees to the left, sitting up really tall. And coming back to center. So you have the option of lying on your back or lying with your knees bent on your back or coming into child's pose again. I love my knees wide. And just find the pose that suits you, the shape that suits you, the sensations that match the feeling of you. Let your belly drop, let your breath settle, let your head fall. Nice. Slowly rising, doing whatever it is you need to do. Reaching, awakening. The dawn has come. It's kind of an overcast day. No bright light. So enjoy. And I shall see you tomorrow for day 14. Amazing. It's amazing. So great. Have a wonderful day. Nice.